Shalom, shalom, it's your brother Kadash. Want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and double honors to the elders, people, lessons, and honors to all the brothers in this truth. Where's all the ammo, the ammunition shortage? Which if you've been to your local like pawn shop or something like that, or these different stores that sell ammo, you notice that there's very rarely any ammo. A 5.56, a 223, 9 millimeter, 40 cals. They don't have none of those. The only thing that's left is like really shotgun shells and stuff like that. So the question is where has all the ammo went? And quick answer to that is it's on the streets. It didn't just disappear. So if it's not on the shelves, down the supply line, because of the whole pandemic and stuff like that, maybe not much is making it to the shelves, but the ammo that was out there is still out there and it's being used, and there's an uptick in crime and everything like that. So ammo is actually being used, but it's on the streets. Real quick, this is 2nd Esdras chapter 13, verse starting at verse 29. It says, "Behold, the day is come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. And he should come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another," right? It says one place against another, and one people against another, and one ram against another. Kind of like what they say. Remember, not too long ago, the movie Mortal Kombat came out, the new movie, and it's like all the warriors one ram has to fight against another ram. It's on all different levels. There's going to be war, and what do people use? Well, they use the sword. The modern day sword is the gun. So they use that, and it takes ammo to it. So the question is what happened to all the ammo?
Why a shortage of ammunition is causing multiple problems. And this will not come as a surprise to gun owners. Ammunition has been in short supply for the better part of a year.
But for local police departments, the issue has now turned into a matter of safety because cops need bullets to train. Let's get to Sean Lay with what police and gun shop owners are saying about this tonight. Sean?
Jason and Karen, also when we started looking into this, it was surprising to us, a surprising link that even if you are not a gun owner, this ammo shortage could impact you, your family, and your safety right where you live. Local gun owners feel it.
It's a problem.
Gun shop owners know it. Is there an ammo shortage?
Absolutely there is.
Why is there?
Well, a ton of reasons, actually.
Your local police department is likely worried about it. A massive shortage of gun ammunition.
Some civilians have had better luck than the police departments.
Taylor Police Chief John Blair telling the Local 4 Defenders they test their officers' firearm proficiency 3 times a year. But with very little ammo to be found, one test had to be canceled. And COVID cut down on his officers' range practice.
And the officers don't have as much trigger time, and we're always concerned about where those rounds go if we do have to fire that weapon.
The shortage is due to a flood of new gun owners. The FBI did 9 million background checks for new gun owners last year. In just 2 months this year, they did checks on nearly 9 million more.
Yeah, because you got to look at it like people could feel it. Like, what's that song? I Could Feel It in the Air. That Mike Tyson used to come out to his fights. People could feel it. They could see that, all hell about to break loose pretty much. SHTF or whatever. Shit hits the fan. And people are going to go. People that never thought they would need a weapon are going to go and they're getting approved to get weapons, like they just said, and what they do, you buy a weapon, you're going to buy ammo. So now it's over expansion. More people are getting weapons, more ammo, but not as much ammo is being produced because the whole, thing that happened out there slowed down the supply chains and the manufacturers and stuff like that. So therefore you have more people buying them, right? More people using them because there's an uptick in crime, and you have less of a supply of it. Every time I go into my local pawn shop that I go to, and is there ammo? Nope, I don't have nothing. Nope, I won't have nothing. I'm sorry, man, we're trying to get something. And then when everything happened, like it happened, with the pesticides and stuff like that, then a lot of people start panic buying ammo because when there was all those riots in all different states and really all around the world, people was afraid. and people start buying ammo. You know, I know for a fact because I was there. I was seeing people rush out to Shields and all the old men in there, and they all looking for ammo and looking for that one last box, and everybody's buying. I'm talking about it was old women in our local Shields. It was old women in there buying ammo. You know, and they was and what was the conversation? You know, you kind of bump into somebody while y'all looking at ammo because it's a little small space, and then y'all get into kind of like a conversation and be like, yeah, man, you got to get this stuff right now. So people was panic buying, you know. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 14 says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people should stand up to fight against another people, and swords in their hands, guns in their hands. That takes ammo. It says, for there should be sedition among men and evading one another, which we just got done talking about. They should not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man should desire to go in a city and should not be able. Eventually, things are going to get so bad to the point where they're going to start shutting down these cities. Like, I'm finna make another video on what's going on in Atlanta down there, and they're thinking about bringing in the National Guard in Georgia. Right, so when the National Guard comes in, they're going to shut down the cities, man, because a lot of people from out of town go to places like that and commit crime. It says, verse 18, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed. It says, and man should be afraid. A man should have no pity upon his neighbor, but should destroy their houses with the sword, with the weapon, bullets, ammo, and spoil their goods because of a lack of bread, and for great tribulation. You know, so especially when the supply chain starts to break down and there's famine of food, then you're going to see people resort back to that animalistic nature. And oh man, all hell's going to break loose.
Mike Barber owns Top Gun Shooting Sports in Taylor.
What did you think when you saw those numbers?
They're huge, big numbers.
Why is ammo so scarce? Demand. In 2020, gun owners started stockpiling it during COVID.
Yeah,
and for home protection.
Yeah, what did we just say? You know, and the police, you know, your local police ain't nothing without guns. I mean, you could take it further than that. Esau is nothing without a gun. So if they're guns and they ain't got no ammo to their guns, then who's going to take over? The people, the street gangs, the militias, which you're going to see, which we just read that in 2nd Esdras chapter 15, you know.
Worried their police department could be tied up with police protest and be slow to respond in an emergency. Remington, a major manufacturer, shut down production and filed for bankruptcy.
Damn, they filed for bankruptcy.
And impact you? Those new gun owners don't have enough ammunition to practice, to learn how to handle their gun properly.
A lot of people are not. Our range time is down probably at least 50%.
The defenders checked other area gun stores we called Action Impact. This is their recorded message.
Please be advised that we do not have any ammo unless you are purchasing a firearm or are completing a CCW CBL class.
Target Sports in Royal Oak telling the defenders they have no ammo. Oakland Ammunition in Troy, no ammo for the past 5 or 6 months. At Top Gun in Taylor.
Right now, I do not have any 9mm, 38, 40.
Told you.
380 for the range.
Ammo is also scarce for other local police departments. Harper Woods had to wait 9 months for their order of 9mm ammo.
Friends that I have.
Right, because who's gonna, like you said, friends that I have. I got friends too, and one of the, the spirit that's out there is why I'm gonna go to the range and waste my ammo. You know, a lot of people think of that way. Where, you go back a couple years ago, we'd go to the range just to have fun. You know what I mean? Just to have fun, just something to do, just to have competition. I'm a better shot than you, just to have competition and have fun. But now people are like, I'm not going to the ammo and wasting my ammo on paper, because people feel like what? They're going to need that ammo for self-defense coming up here pretty soon.
Non-law enforcement. They actually had more ammo than we had at one point.
And if your police department is low on ammo,
And if we can't do the training with the live fire, we're in trouble.
and you have new gun owners around you who haven't had ammo to practice with, that could be a safety issue.
Well, obviously you don't want some accident to happen, or you don't want somebody to be untrained if they did have to use their firearm for self-defense. And a huge portion of those 9 million first-time gun buyers, that's why they bought, was to be able to protect themselves and their family.
What did we just say? Self-defense. Hey, fly low so you don't get clipped. With that, I'm going to say salvation to the elect. Shalom.